Hello friends and fellow bibliophiles, welcome back to Kat's Novel Adventures. July 2nd was halfway day, so I took advantage of the day to review and reflect on my aims on my 24 for 2024 list, and I want to share with you what I discovered, how I'm doing, and what I need to do to course correct for the second half of the year. For those of you that are new to my channel, my one-word theme for 2024 is reset, and I am currently in summer reset mode, and reviewing my 24 for 2024 list is part of that reset. I admit I was excited to review my list on halfway day because there were a couple of items I kind of forgot about, and now I'm like excited to see if I'm gonna be able to fit them in during the second half of the year. So let's go ahead and dive in. I'm going to be referring to my notes. I hope you don't mind. I'm going to be going through my 24 for 2024 list, as well as share with you some other activities that I'm doing for the year to let you know what my progress is with them as well. Aim number one is to time track at least once per quarter, and I chose the months of March, June, September, and December to do my time tracking. I did okay with this. I could be better, and I'm hoping to do much better in September and December. But in March, I did time track from March the 18th through the 24th. Where I failed is that I did not tally up where my time went. So that was a total waste of an opportunity to find out where my time was going. I did a little bit better in June. I time tracked from June the 10th through the 16th, and I did not break it down into all my normal categories that I do when I normally time track. And I was a little disappointed with myself for that, but I at least took a look at where some of my time is going because I'm feeling like I never have enough time. And so I really wanted to look at how much time I was sleeping, as well as how much I was spending on my YouTube channel, and then see if there was any time going out the window with social media scrolling. So here are my results for that. As far as sleep went, I spent 51 and a quarter hours sleeping. I spent 28 hours and 20 minutes during that week on my YouTube channel, and that includes filming, editing, my weekly sprints on Wednesdays, anything that has to do with my content on my YouTube channel. That's a lot of hours. That's like a part-time job. And then social media PR. This is where I am marketing my channel or just doing anything that's related to me getting myself out there. I only spent 3/4 of an hour doing that during that week. And then as far as social media plus watching movies, TV, and watching YouTube, so other people's YouTube videos, I spent 14 hours doing that. Now, of those 14 hours, 6 hours and 45 minutes were spent watching movies and TV. Of that, 4.25 hours were spent watching movies. I was participating in a readathon, so that's where my movie watching went, and I'm not going to apologize for that because I was having fun and it's relaxing. 2 hours and 20 minutes were spent watching television with my husband. We love to have a TV show that we watch together, and we're currently watching Resident Alien and loving it. So I'm not apologizing for that either because that is quality time with my hubby. Now, that leaves me with, if I'm calculating this correctly, 7 hours and 15 minutes that were spent on social media. And I know some of it is my husband and I watching those scary prank videos, those reels on Instagram and Facebook. So I kind of feel like that's quality time too, but I didn't break it down by that. So I can't really give you an accurate total of how much was spent with my husband hanging out as opposed to me just like scrolling because I feel like I have nothing better to do with my time. So that left me with 73 hours and 40 minutes to do everything else in my life, which means traveling to the South Shore to help with my mom, running errands, just my morning, afternoon, and evening routine, whatever else I had to get up to. So when I go through my aims and I think about why I can't get to some of them, you'll see that I do have time in my week to get to them. I'm just not making those aims as much of a priority as I am scrolling. So I don't know. That's where time tracking is very beneficial, but I'm hoping to do a little bit better in September. My next 3 aims have to do with the 5 a.m. Club written by Robin Sharma. I read this at the end of 2023, and the whole reason I picked up this book is because I wanted to own my morning and elevate my life. And so I decided, let me go ahead and incorporate this as part of my 24 for 2024. Aim number 2 is to actually join the 5 a.m. Club by getting up at 5 a.m. each morning. Aim number 3 is to implement the 20-20-20 formula. And aim number 4 is to implement the pre-sleep ritual. Now, I did not start any of my 5 a.m. habit until June 1st. And so I have been working on aim number 2 and aim number 4. I am not quite ready to work on incorporating the 20-20-20 formula yet. Even though I don't have a pre-sleep ritual in place just yet, I did give myself a bedtime. I like to be in my bed by 9:30 and asleep by 10 o'clock. And I have to say, I'm doing pretty well with it. As for the 20-20-20 formula, I have decided that I am changing the order of the pockets of time to fit my personality. Robin Sharma has it set up to where you move first, reflect second, and grow third. I know myself, I am not going to exercise first thing. So that would be a total failure for me, and this would not work out. So I've decided I'm going to reflect first, grow second, and move third. It makes more sense to me. That way, after I exercise, I can go jump in the shower, get dressed, and go on with the rest of my day. The other thing I'm thinking about changing with that formula is also how long I'm going to do the pockets of time. I'm either going to do 20 and 20 for the reflect and grow, and then 30 for move, or I'm going to do 30, 30, 30. I haven't decided yet on that. I'm going to play around with it, but the reason I'm making that change, at least for the move portion of it, is because that affects my aim number 7. Moving on to aim number 5, quick coffee. This was a perfect one to work on during the summer. Normally, I was drinking 2 cups of coffee per day, 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon. And I'm happy to report that on June the 19th, I took the plunge and I quit drinking my afternoon cup of coffee. Now, I have replaced it with tea, herbal tea. So that's kind of helping me out, but I won't lie, it was hard those first couple of days. I wanted my coffee, and I much prefer coffee over tea, but I haven't been tempted to add it back in. Now, I have no earthly idea when I'm going to tackle my morning cup of coffee, so we'll see. I'd love to not be drinking a morning cup of coffee when I go back to work, but we shall see. Number 6. Strength train 2 times per week. There is no strength training going on this year because I forgot about this one. Number 7, walk at least 30 minutes daily, preferably outside. I have not forgotten about this one, but I am not making the time for it. However, I am hoping with the move pocket of time in the 5 a.m. club that I will be able to take care of both of these in the mornings. Number 8, get a massage. No, sadly I did not. This would have been a perfect Mother's Day gift and I totally forgot it was on my list. Number 9, clear the clutter in my scrapbook room. I have not done a really great job with this, although I did move a bookshelf out of my scrapbook room and put it in my foyer closet so I can organize that closet a little bit better. And I need to get a bookshelf like one of these behind me from Target. Unfortunately, they have been out the last couple of weeks. Number 10, buy a book cart. Yes, I bought my book cart from Target back in February and I love it. Number 11, buy 2 bookcases for my living room. Yes, I completed this one as well. I bought my bookcases from Target back in February. They are not assembled yet because I'm still working on organizing stuff in my living room. Number 12, organize home library. I'm working on this, guys. Number 13, keep track of spending on books. I'm not doing a great job with this. I am keeping up with my receipts. I have a pile of them. I just haven't sat down to calculate it. I feel like I'm spending less, but not really sure. Number 14, get library cards from Tangipahoa, Livingston, and Baton Rouge parishes. And I'm so excited because I've gotten 2 out of the 3. The first one I got was the one from Tangipahoa Parish. Isn't that cute? I got that one back in February. And then I got my Baton Rouge Parish one. I got that one in April. This is the library that Andrew works at. They didn't require me to have any kind of a letter of good standing, so I was grateful I could get it because Tangipahoa, I have access to Cloud Library for audiobooks, and in Baton Rouge Parish, I have access to Libby for audiobooks, and that has been very beneficial to me. Now, as far as the Livingston Parish, I cannot apply for that until September because I have to get a letter of good standing from my Tangipahoa library, that's my parish, and bring that letter to Livingston and then apply for a card at that point. So can't do anything until September. Number 15, start a new booktube project. Yes, I completed this one and I'm very excited because my friend Alex at Frank Fiction and I started a new book club on BookTube called the Wyrm Club. It officially kicked off on July the 1st. I will leave a link to my announcement video with all the details in the description box below in case you're interested. Anyone and everyone is invited to participate. Number 16, I'll read 24 books that I did not get to in 2022 or 2023. And I have read a total of 6 books out of my 24 that I want to read this year. And 2 of them I read in March. And the first one is We Have Always Lived in the Castle by Shirley Jackson. I read this one for Week of Weird, round 3. And then for middle grade March, I read Maisie Chen's Last Chance by Lisa Yee. In May for Zombie-thon, I read The Forest of Hands and Teeth by Carrie Ryan. And then for June, I have read 3 books. I have not written any reviews for them or done a reading wrap-up yet. But the first one is Billy Summers by Stephen King. This will count for Big Book Summer as well as Summer Book Bingo. And then I read my first nonfiction, Write, Eat, Sleep, Repeat. This is How to Win NaNoWriMo by my friend Emma Bennett. I read this in preparation for Camp NaNoWriMo, which is taking place in July. And then finally, Don't Fear the Reaper by Stephen Graham Jones. This is the sequel to My Heart is a Chainsaw. This also counts for Big Book Summer as well as Summer Book Bingo. So that means I only have 18 more books on my list to read before the end of the year. Number 17, Have a Year of Christie 2.0, and we're talking about Agatha Christie. I did not finish all the books that I wanted to read for my original project in 2023, so I carried over the 6 books that I still wanted to read, and I've only read 1, and that is The ABC Murders. I read this for March Mystery Madness, so I still have 5 more to go to complete that project. Number 18 was to buddy read Remarkably Bright Creatures by Shelby Van Pelt with my friend Alex at Frank Fiction, and we read this in March, happy to say. So yes, I completed that one. Number 19, read The Daily Stoic, 366 Meditations on Wisdom, Perseverance, and the Art of Living by Ryan Holiday and Stephen Hanselman. And happy to report that I am reading this daily, so I will finish this by the end of the year. Number 20, Read the Artist's Way by Julia Cameron. I think I'm going to take this one off of my list because I need a big chunk of time to do this one, and I don't really have the time to devote to it. I'm doing too many other things. So I have a feeling I'm going to reshelve that book and that project for later on, just at another time. I need to not think about it anymore. Actually, I haven't really been thinking about it, but I don't know, one day. I'm just not really in the mindset to do it. Number 21 is to read On Writing, a memoir of the craft by Stephen King. I started this July 1st, and I have made it to page 151, and I am loving it very, very much. Stephen King is my favorite author. I can't believe that it's taken me this long to pick this book up. I guess I thought it was going to be a dry type of writing book, and it's not. It's very entertaining. I would have loved for Stephen King to have been my writing teacher. I'm just going to say. Number 22, write about my adventures in Sicily on my blog. I am currently doing that because I am participating in Camp NaNoWriMo, which is taking place throughout the whole month of July. I started on July 1st. I wrote 190 words on Monday, nothing on Tuesday or Wednesday, and then another 258 words on Thursday for July 4th. So very excited that I've gotten started. Not sure if I will finish all of the blog posts before the end of this month, but this was a nice starting point for me. I needed something to motivate me. Number 23, organize photos and video clips from my Sicily trip. Haven't really done much with this. I did start. I created a folder and put one of my first photographs in it because I posted a photograph as part of my first blog post. So it's a work in progress, I guess. Number 24, scrapbook 24 times in 2024. This, like number 20, I think I'm just going to take off of my list, and that is because I haven't done anything with my scrapbooking. So I need to get that room organized first. 24 times in the second half of the year is going to be impossible, I can tell you, especially with me going back to work at the end of August. Okay, so this means I have completed 4 aims. I am actively working on 9 of them. 2 of them I'm thinking about taking off my list, or I know that I'm not going to complete. So that leaves me with 9 more aims that I need to start working on so that this can be a successful year with my 24 for 2024 list. Finally, I want to share an update on the other challenges and activities that I have been working on also in 2024. And the first is Write 24 in 24. This is the third component of the happiness trifecta. And this challenge is to write at least 24 minutes or 2 to 4 minutes daily. And I am doing so well with this one. I write something every day for at least 24 minutes, if not more. And then the Goodreads challenge, my goal is 100 books to read this year, and I am halfway there, so I'm right on track. For Frugal February, I successfully completed that month. It was a no-spend month. Very excited that I did so well this year. And as far as other activities, I run a book club with my friend Kelsi at Slime and Slashers. We run the Chills, Thrills, and Kills book club, and we have been on hiatus basically since last July. And so she and I touched base about a month or so ago, and I reached out to our members to see where we want the future of our book club to go. So I'm currently working on making that decision. And then as far as book clubs that I'm participating in, FOMO, Middle Grade March, as well as the Cozy Cottage Book Club. And then I am going to be participating in my own with Alex. I've done some collabs with Kelsi. We read a book together, Grimm Memorials, for Folklore February, and she and I, along with Nathaniel Toll, had a discussion on her channel about it. It was a lively discussion. And then I also participated as a host in her Old School April, and I will be participating as part of her Monster Squad for a new readathon called Halloweenathon. And then Kelsi also participated on my Zombie Squad, and she and I are supposed to be buddy reading a Bentley Little book, I believe, sometime July, August. So we'll see about that. I have yet to do any more on my birthday message project 2.0 because I'm getting to the point in the year where I have to pick that up. So hopefully I'll be doing that soon. And then keep a to-do list for the year. I haven't started it yet, but I do have my planner and I can easily start that at any time. I'm just would love to start it before December because otherwise it takes me a couple of hours to create that list. I'm so glad that I took the time on halfway day to review and reflect on my 24 for 2024 list. It really did give me some insight on how I'm progressing with my aims for this year. And I'm so excited, woohoo, that I completed 4 of them, and I'm okay with letting a couple of them go. How about you? Are you working on goals this year? Did you create a 24 for 2024 list? If so, let me know in the comments below. You know, I love hearing about what you're up to. As always, thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate you watching. And until our paths cross again, stay amazing and be adventurous.